Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our Paws On Animation channel and our gaming segment, Retro Game Crush.
And this time we're covering our most favorite party games, Wii Party.
Yes, this is another super fun party game that Rascal discovered, and it centers around the Mii characters that you can use that have already been created by the game, or you custom design your own. And they play a ton of games that are available in here, some short, some medium, some long. And it's called House Party Activities, bringing the action into your living room.
Yes.
And it really, really is fun. Yes, it is kind of nerdy, but it is fun.
Yes. And before we start, we should like, subscribe, click notification when it's on future podcasts and monopause videos.
Absolutely. So this is another game we decided we wanted to share with you. It originally came out in 2010, so it really is a retro game crush game, and it's one that Rascal again discovered. And we have spent so many hours playing this, not only together, but with our Nana, other family members.
Yeah.
And it is still a source of fun after all these years.
Yes, absolutely. And this was a really brilliant idea because these are the type of games you would play if you weren't able to afford the brand name games where, you know, like the Sonic or Mario or Tekken or something.
Rated E for everyone.
Right. And these would be games that the Wii company themselves would make, and it would just be where you could use your own imagination and just do really wonderful creative games and activities and things just with that. They have Wii Party, Wii Music, Wii Play, Wii Sports Resort, Wii Fit if you wanted to stay active and healthy.
Which we didn't like.
Right. And they had a whole assortment of them to play. And they were perfect in case you didn't want to get the other games or you couldn't get them. These were great substitutes because it was just you playing the game, you were playing yourself, and you were just having fun with family. They were really simple, but they really took the time to make some really creative mini games, longer games, stories, everything.
Now, if you've played Wii Party, let us know in the comments below. If you haven't, and even if you have, we're going to share with you a little of the gameplay showing how you set it up, choose your characters, some of the short games that are there, and we're actually going to start one of the longer games that's really one of our favorites, and give you an idea of just how fun this game is. It is still available to purchase on Amazon, both used and new. Not at the prices we got them from originally. It is quite expensive now, but if you see it and you love it, it is available for you to purchase and play on your own. So,
let it begin.
Hey guys.
Hey there. Well, today we're going to be playing Wii Party. This is one of the games that they had for the Wii system, specifically the original one. And with this, you're able to play some generic games, but all of the games are exceptionally fun. You had Wii Party, Wii Music, Wii Sports, Wii Fit, Wii Play, and they were just like...
We don't hit people with the remote.
Right. And they were just games that you play for the Wii if you couldn't get, like, other company games. The Wii actually had their own games for you to play, and they're for either yourself or friends or family. And this is another one we love to play with our family a whole lot because there's just so much to do on here and a lot to... This is where you get to play a lot of different games in here, sort of like a game show in a way. Whenever you click on a game, like whether it be the party game or the pairs or the house party, you get a little host that looks like a Muppet, and it kind of guides you through the game and the instructions as you play each one.
So we made a whole slew of characters, everything you could possibly make up, so we have a variety of crazy characters. And so now Rascal's going to actually play one of the games for you so you can see what it looks like.
Right.
We usually do the games, the pair games or the party games.
Right.
So she's going to play a game, and then I guess after that we can do a short round of either Board Game Island, Globetrot, Swap Meet, Spin-Off, or Bingo!
Right. So these are the games you play, and they give you estimate of how long a normal game averages. They can go on longer, but you can range which one you want to play of how long you want it to go on for. So for this one, we'll play a game of Bingo.
But first, let's do one of the quick games.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Here you could go to the
Mini
mini
games,
games.
yeah.
Where you can actually pick which one you want to do, how many people you want to play with, and you can play by yourself, and the rest are computer. So they take about 5 minutes or less each to play. You click your number of players. All you have to do right now is change a me. As you can see, we have a collection of characters in here as you go forward, but you can have as many as you want. If you delete some, you'll just have some blank spaces, but you can always fill them up again with new characters later.
We even tried making characters that were after the shows we watched and so forth, so.
Right. So now we pick that. You pick your CPU skill, depending you want it really easy or you want them to be master, which they kind of have some more in between modes about how hard you want the game. Just for today, we're doing beginner. And these are just characters.
Although we don't normally play beginner.
Right. These are just characters that the people who made the game created to be either teammates or opponents when you play.
And you can randomly keep choosing when you're playing a regular game. If you don't like the characters, then you can keep choosing till you get ones that you like.
Right. Plus, I always thought this particular character looked like Eddie Murphy for some reason. And then you pick out which one you want, 1-on-1, 4-player, 1-on-3, or a pair. If you do pair, you have to have another person with you. The 4-player, you can see, look how many games they have. It's a wide variety just for the 4-player. So, each one has its own little set of rules and how to win. So let's see, for this one, I think we'll go with an easier one, do one called Pop Gun Posse. Alright, so here they give you instructions each and every time you play it. Doesn't matter if you play this a billion times, they're going to show you just in case you forgot. So for here is that you shoot your can to rack up points. Each shot is worth 1 point, but you'll lose 2 points if it hits the ground.
Hold on a second, guys. Yes, I didn't use the tripod again.
And the controller lets you point through your remote at your can and press A to shoot. The other can is not worth any points, so you can't cheat. But they sure try. So here we go. Here is how one goes. Now remember, the other 3 are computers. You're just playing on your own. And you gotta click this to confirm that you are playing, so it doesn't start without you. As you can see, the cans never seem to have bullet holes in them. They just kind of keep going indefinitely. And if you want a little bit of a cheat code here, if you're playing with a computer, you can shoot their cans. You may not get points, but it keeps them from getting points. And at the bottom, you see with the scores, they show them pretty quick. And they show you what place everyone gets. Now, when you're playing like a bigger game, you will have to do like a tiebreaker. If you and the computer or 2 other opponents are tied, then you have to do that to break the tie to know who gets what place. And there are many games you can play with 4-player. There's a little bit more of a restriction for the other ones, like the 1-on-3, the 1-on-1, and the pairing. It looks like the one with the most is the 4-player game. These are the ones you get when you end up playing the party games, and there are certain circumstances that require them. Some of them are pretty easy, and some are actually pretty difficult.
Yeah, they are.
And
Some of them are.
The pairing ones are probably the most difficult unless you already play with a team member already a lot.
Well, the good thing is, really, just about all these games, these mini games are fun. They're really fun.
Yeah. So now we've done that. You go backwards and you want to go all the way back to the main screen. Sorry, you can't just press a button and go there automatically.
Okay, so let's show them House Party quickly.
Yes. House Party is when you need to have at least 2 to 4 players. There's Animal Tracker, where you hide the remote in the house to find the Wii remote making an animal sound effect. Hide and Hunt, where you actually go around the house looking for your Wii remote before time runs out, which is actually a pretty interactive game. Time Bomb, where you have to play a sort of like hot potato type game, and you have to keep saying words that match each other for however long you can. Buddy quiz, which is basically seeing how well you know another person. And that you need at least 3 people, so it's a fair game. And then the suggestion box right here is if you don't know what to play, then this guy here gives you suggestions on how to play depending on what you answer with.
And he talks nonsense like the minions.
Right. So for here, just doing 1 player. They do give you games suggested on maybe your past gameplay or what you played the most. If you want a short game, then you click that. And they say, let's see, a battle where you do one-on-one with a computer. Battle where you do the same thing. Or matchup where it's more like a memory game. You have to click on Mii's and select which one is the correct one. So, are we going to play one of these?
What were the choices again?
We actually have battle twice for some reason.
Let's do a short battle.
Okay, so we'll do one-on-one. There's 2 versions of battle. One where you do one-on-one and one with 4 people. And they said it can be up to 5 to 30 minutes. It's going to be shorter because it's only me playing.
And we're going to do easy so you can see 5 minutes.
And we'll do play to 3,
okay.
So it'll be real quick. And don't worry about the message. It always gives you a notification if your remote is low. So that way you can change your battery so it doesn't go out during gameplay. If it does happen, the game will pause itself so you have time to fix it and it doesn't help you lose unfairly. There you go. And then there comes the little guy again to give you the ropes. And we do want to hear how it's played so y'all can see. So this game, you simply play a series of competitive mini-games and try to come out on top. Each time a player wins a mini-game, it's worth 1 point.
Woohoo!
Squares there. The player who wins a set number of mini-games is the first is the champion. See the little tower of squares there. And it's really until you unlock all of the mini-games during it, then you can play pretty much anything they got. So first, the computer picks a game, or the host at least. You battle out in Poppin' Pilot. And yes, they have some pretty funny and creative sounding titles for the game. So in this one, you pilot your plane into the balloon to pop them. Pink ones are worth 1 point and gold ones are worth 3. And you hold it like this as if you're controlling a little controller. Sometimes you have to change the position of the remote. And sometimes that actually requires you to get up and actually act out some of the things happening on screen. So here we go. And the goal here is just to get as many points as you can. Now, one thing we do experience a lot is that the computer, no matter the setting, at least for us, no matter what setting is on, it seems to do extraordinarily well. And there you have it. That's 17 points I won, but the computer was getting close. Somehow they do manage to get pretty close to you, so it does make it a challenge, but if it does happen to cheat a lot and it just starts winning all the time, you're probably going to want to start over. Next mini-game. The host picks a mini-game each time. Now battle out of Jangle Wranglers. And again, some of these are actually pretty fun. You never thought these would be games.
Yes.
In here is in the sheep here bell Jangle. They'll head right for it. Wrangle as many into your gate as you can. And yes, this is a real game.
Yeehaw!
Heidi, Heidi, ho! Now yes, they do have little animals in this world. So here you go. And you can get a whole herd of them. They're easier to wrangle here than they are in real life, go figure. You don't even need a sheepdog.
Nope, nope, nope.
And there are times you may have to compete for the sheeps in here.
It's really crazy when there's 4 players. So like when the 2 of us play against 2 computer versions of 2 computer me, and that gets crazy because they start cheating.
Yes, definitely. It's hilarious. It was like, how are they doing this? You put it on beginner and they're acting like they're on master. So I won, so that'll be the end of that game. Well, mini game at least. So I need to win one more and then that's the end. Roll to the goal. Now this one you've actually seen them do a lot. If you play those little pinball games, this is kind of where it's basing off from. Just to tilt the maze and roll your Mii to the goal before your opponent. That's pretty much it. You just tilt the Wii remote and try to get to the end. You can't really go wrong with this one. There are no dead ends. It's just how fast can you get the ball rolling. And it's split evenly, so it's not like you can interfere with each other. And yes, your Mii is on everything.
It's kind of like going through a maze.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at him go. Alright. That means I've won all 3 games and the regular game itself. And you get applauded by the other Mii's that you don't play with. It's funny. So it looks like the audience is your other Mii.
And some that the computer plays too random.
Right.
Yeah.
So it tells you the score, how each one win, if there was a winner and loser.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can either play again, go back to Genesis for another game, or back to the main menu, which is what we're doing.
And then we're going to take a second to set up so you can see us play one of the party games one round. You want to do board game, Globetrot, Swap Me, Spin-Off, or Bingo?
Well, Bingo will be much easier for here.
Okay.
And Bingo plays a lot like a regular game of Bingo, really.
Okay, so we'll be right back. Okay,
All
we're
right.
back.
Alright, so it says it takes about 15 minutes, but the Bingo games are actually really fast, so it's perfect for what we're doing today. Now select 2 players, and now we change our huh? Yeah, okay. We change our Mii's. I'll pick Freddy again. It's one of the first ones I ever made. And Mom picks hers as well. Alright, we picked ours. Now we press OK. Hold on. There we go. Okay. We will be beginner again because it's for our video. And look what we have, some odd looking Mii's today.
Totsky and Mike.
And yes, they're all dressed up for a game of bingo.
So it lasts up to 15 minutes, but it can be less time depending on how many matches are done by all the players.
Yes. So we'll show you how it's played. So in this game, each player gets a bingo card with 16 Mii faces on it.
The goal is to mark them off and try to complete a line.
Just like real bingo. There are 2 types of balls in the machine, Mii balls and mini game balls.
If a Mii ball drops, you simply mark off the matching face if you have it on your card.
Right. If a mini game ball drops, you'll all compete in a mini game to see who gets a mark off of a Mii of their choice. So that can really determine who the winner is just by playing the game.
Definitely. The first player to complete a line gets a bingo and wins. Horizontal, vertical, diagonal, anything goes.
Yep. Let's go ahead and put 10 mini game balls into the machine so it mixes them up.
And now we pick our bingo card. And you have to rush because the computer's picking at the same time.
Yeah.
So you can see I'm red for the second player and Rascal's blue for the first player.
Right. And the computers are green and yellow respectively. The first one is one named Lila. All players with this Mii on their cards can now point it at me and press A. And then you sort of just mark it.
So now we'll keep playing and you can see an actual round. And as you can see, I don't have a match yet.
Not yet.
Mini game.
Yep. And winner of this mini game gets to mark off a me of his or her choice.
So the system chooses one at random.
Yes.
And we play.
And we play Chop Chops.
It's an old-fashioned veggie chopping contest. Don't know what that means.
Right. The first player to chop his or her own vegetable is the winner.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, mine usually wins these games when it comes to the fast motion ones.
I'm a chopping master.
Yes. All right.
So now I get to choose one of my space of my choice.
Yes.
And what we do is we usually will kind of have an advantage over the computer. We'll see which character we each have that the system doesn't have.
Right.
And that's one right there.
There we go, Maryland. Trucker guy. That's
And if
actually
that
what I
doesn't
picked.
work out, then we'll just pick one that we have on our own.
Right. And there are sometimes only the computer will have a match. And rarer times, nobody will have what's on the ball. It just goes away.
So now you get to see another of the mini games
Yes.
in action.
Here, this one called Tropical Punch. Knock the other players into the sea with your punching contraption. At least the one it looks on.
Punching contraption. It's a glove.
Right?
Oh,
It's a
big
soccer
fender.
glove. It's a punching glove. That's it. Oh, yeah. And that's it. We usually just sit it out now.
Yeah, we just have to sit and wait till it runs out.
And we just do the tiebreaker thing if both computers are out. We wait for it to count down, and then when it gets to the end, we roll the dice, see who wins, and then that's it.
You can see some of the minis swimming in the water. They got knocked out.
Yes.
And this game is really so fun. As Rascal said, it's a family-friendly game. Everyone can play. Any child of any age that is able to use a remote, which is any of them, and no matter how old the person is, they can play as well.
Yeah.
So this is just a really fun, wholesome game that has a lot of options for hours and hours of play, and you can play singly alone, or you can play up to 4 players, and it's different every time you play.
Right. All right, countdown's about to end. This is victory.
So we tied, so now we have to roll a die, right?
Yes. Whoever gets the highest is the winner. It's Mom, so she wins.
Victory. Not victory, victory.
Right.
Okay, so I'll see if there's another one that we each have, and they don't.
So that might be it, the newsman one.
Okay.
Alright. And yes, it always notifies you when you're getting close to one to go. And it is possible to have multiple one to goes if the game lasts that long. You could have a free space in almost every direction. And it's pretty crazy how they can make it last that long. That was my, I made a weird one. Now the computer has one to go as well. And usually it's starting to be in a competition of who can get the last square first.
Right. Another mini game.
Yep, and sometimes they
I
do
think
look
the
a little
Wii
bit.
is showing off for you guys.
Yes. This one's called Shifty Gifts. The friends are piling up, those and topple over. All you gotta do is keep it still. It sounds simple, Sounds real simple. And I don't know why the computers are constantly shuffling back and forth. It's like there's nothing happening yet. There we go.
Okay, I'm out.
It is hard to keep it up sometimes unless you practice enough. Alright, so I won the game. Now I get to pick a spot. Should I see if there's one that we both have? Let's see here. That one's just mine.
Okay, it looks like you might want to do just yours.
Okay, then I'll do the one where it's only one, right here.
So now you have 2 on jails, right?
Yep. And you can have several. It's crazy.
I've had 6 at one time and still didn't win.
Yeah, I was like, are you doing this on purpose? Now I got 3 more to go. It just keeps going and going.
Finally, 1 to go.
Yeah, come on. Now I have it in 4 places. Oh, sorry, 5. I think this is the max you can get.
No, 6.
6, okay. Oh, it was one day just fill the whole board, but you can't do that. Now everyone has a 1 to go now. More 1 to go. Hank. Alright, now I have in the maximum places.
I have 3 more to go.
Alright, so whatever I get next...
Is it 3 or 2? 2.
2. I have to go in 7 places. So whichever is the next one I get will be the it.
Right.
It's crazy. Now it looks like a little light show. So of course this one's lasting probably getting close to 10 minutes. Generator Rex. Oh man, I got it in 8 places. I still got 1 to go. Look at that. I have 1 to go and now 10 spaces. This has to be a record and you're seeing it live and in person. And mine's getting pretty close to 1 too.
I have 4.
Whichever one we get is it.
Yeah.
They're making this last.
Yes, it's showing off for you guys.
Alright, I think it's finally ended. Yeah.
If someone else won, that would have been crazy.
Right.
Okay, so Rascal wins.
Yes. Thanks for playing. And they announce the winner to you, and your me gets to celebrate.
Yes.
Alright. And then you see the winner. And how many rounds did we go? You can actually check here with the arrow. Keep pressing until you get to the end. 18.
18 rounds.
Wow.
So we're going to quit.
And that was just a taste of what you can play on this amazing platform.
Really love it. It's wholesome. Eat for everyone. Everyone can play. If you don't want to play something that is a game that you have to do levels or that's really stimulating,
right,
or graphic violence and so forth, you just want something that's going to be fun and remind you maybe of, you know, playing in your childhood or family games or something, then Wii Party is for you. It's great that you can have multiple players, even play on your own.
Yep.
It's really just a fun time. And again, we really want to know if this is something you've played. Let us know in the comments below.
Right. If you haven't, you should really try it out. It's fun. You can have hours of entertainment. Hardest thing for you to do is probably to just stop playing.
Yes. And we have one more called Wii Music, but that's going to come on later. We want to take you to some things you might be really interested in seeing that you have played and some of the shows watched. So coming up this month, you'll also see Ben 10 Vilgax Attacks.
Yes.
And you're also going to see one of Rascal's favorites of all time.
Sly Cooper.
Yes. So if there's something you want to suggest or request or ask us if we own it and have played it, let us know in the comments below. If you like seeing the gameplay, let us know as well. If you want us to do some videos where we play a full game of some of these that we're sharing with you.
Right. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates, music videos, and favorite anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. You are awesome, and you're why we continue to make these videos and have this channel. Thank you for your support. If you want us to check you out when we don't already follow you or subscribe to you, let us know in the comments below the name of your channel. Better yet, leave a link. We'll check it out. Feel free to follow us on Pentagram. I'm sorry, that was really bad.
Wow.
I put Instagram and Pinterest together. Follow us on Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you have another name you go under that's not your YouTube name, let us know below. We're under Paws On Animation on all 3 of those platforms.
Right. So thank you so much for watching.
And don't use a pentagram.
Right. I'm Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Mama Entertainment.
Have a toontastic day.